When I released my online course on flogging, I had an extraordinary bonus for my first participants. As it happened, I was toying around with the idea of having a flogger made for myself, and I offered these first participants, if they would enroll in time, to have a pair made for them as well. And now the time has come to actually follow up on that promise. Now the thing is, what would that flogger have to be like? Because I had in mind a certain ideal flogger, not too long. I wanted a pair of floggers so that you can do this rhythmic flogging thing, which to my mind is very important. And so I basically got to the point where I was thinking, okay, so what is, let us say, the perfect flogger? And then the question becomes, well, what are the things you're looking for in a flogger anyway? Because there's a ton of floggers out there, and of course online you can buy all manner of instruments. But are they any good? And if they are, are they very expensive? What price should they be? And where do you buy them? What's a good reputable place? Or when not buying them online, you want to go to an actual store. Well, what store would that be? And do you want to go to an actual store? So I'm going to make a few videos detailing this journey. So let's see. What are the things that you would want to keep in mind when searching for a flogger? I think there's a couple of things. First of all, what do you want from a flogger? Are you searching for something that has packs a heavy punch, or would you be searching for something that's light and stingy? Are you searching for something with thud or oomph? Or are you searching for something that feels sharp and has that sharp edge to it? This flogger, here's a flogger, that's the first flogger I ever bought. And at the time I was very enthusiastic and I didn't pay much attention. I didn't know what to look for. And as it happened, it's a fine flogger. I'm quite happy with it. I still use it. But when looking at it, I'm thinking it does look awfully BDSM-y, doesn't it? And that is something with meditative flogging I want to get away with from as far as I can. I think this whole BDSM aesthetic, it's rather ugly to begin with, and also it has, I think flogging is such a wonderful tool. It's such a wonderful ritual that you can go through with a partner, that it's really a shame to leave it to the BDSM people. To leave it in the realm of sadomasochism. It is, to my mind, it is a ritual that enables you to find, to use the body to go beyond the body, to find a place that is that is spiritual as well as physical. You use the body to engage with each other and with another kind of, the invisible reality that is all around us. So what are you looking for in a flogger? Looks, I would think, is the first and important thing. Well, maybe not the first thing, but it's important. The second thing is weight. I counted them and now I forgot, but this flogger, for instance, has like 50 strands, 50 strips of a fair leather. It's soft on the one side and it's smooth on the other side, and there's a bunch of them, so it's thick. So that is something to look for when a flogger is thin. The less strands it has, the sharper it will feel. And then the quality of the strands is important. The type of leather that is used. Sometimes it's really thick and it will feel heavier. Sometimes it's really rather thin. It's cheap, thin leather, and especially when it's cheap leather, the less strands you have, the sharper and, to my mind, more unpleasant the flogger will feel. Also, something to pay attention to is the material. Floggers can be found in all shapes and sizes, and leather is the obvious choice, but there's also all kind of let's say vegan alternatives. So plastic or latex or rubber. And then there's floggers that sort of try to disguise the fact that they're floggers. They have like feathers on them. I loathe those kind of floggers personally. It may suit your fancy, but to my mind, these soft feathery things, that really is something for the. Well, I don't want to discredit them, but it's for people who like to play around with the idea of using whips in their sensual practices. It's not for people who actually want to feel the impact of using a whip, of using a flogger. So they're more like sex toys, really. So that's one thing. The material is very important. There's nothing wrong with using a good rubber flogger, except that the material has a far sharper edge to it. So now I think of when a flogger has this heavy, which we call thud or oomph, you'll get that with a leather flogger. With a rubber flogger, this feeling of being pushed by the flogger. The flogger is like a big heavy hand that pushes you forward. You don't get that. A rubber flogger has to be very thick to get that thuddy feeling. When it's a little thinner, it immediately has a sharp edge to it. This all goes for floggers with square strips. There you go, square strips. When the strips are round or square, so these are flat, but you also find them with round strands or short square strands. Again, that feels much sharper. So I went to, as it happened, I was in Berlin, and I visited what is one of my favorite stores, the Peitschenhandel.